still love you. I miss you. Not a day passes that I don't think about you, about us. I know I hurt you, but please just hear me out. Please remember the love we had.
I loved her so deeply that I shattered the man I was just to keep her warm. I burned my soul to light her way, stripped the armor off my chest to shield her from storms that should have broken us both. I gave her everything, my breath, my blood, my hope. Every time she faltered, I carried her on my back through fields of fire, through nights where even the stars refused to shine. I bled for her silently, smiling, pretending the wounds were nothing but scratches. But she was a wolf in silk, a dagger disguised as a kiss. While I built cathedrals to honor her, she was tearing them down behind my back, brick by brick, laughing with the ones who handed her the matches. I worshipped a ghost, a mirage, something beautiful only because I believed it was. They say love makes you blind, or love makes you a fool. Blindness would have been a mercy compared to the self-inflicted ruin I chose. Day after day, believing in someone who sharpened her betrayal like a blade, while whispering sweet things into my ear. I didn't just fall. I leapt. I flung myself off cliffs, built bridges across abysses with my bare hands, thinking that if I just tried harder, loved harder, I could save something already dead. And when the truth broke through, it wasn't gentle. It didn't creep in. It exploded. It ripped through my chest, tore through the fragile threads of hope I'd stitched together. I found myself standing in the wreckage of a life I sacrificed for someone who was already planning her escape. They didn't warn me about this kind of pain. No song, no poem, no tragedy prepared me for the way my insides turned to glass and shattered with every breath. No one told me that betrayal doesn't just hurt. It transforms. It mutates. It gives birth to something cold, something vicious. The man I was, the one who believed, who trusted, who loved without hesitation, he's dead. I buried him with my own hands, in a grave dug with betrayal and watered with rage. There's no heart left in my chest, just a furnace burning hot with the embers of everything she destroyed. I am not the man who kneels anymore. I am not the man who forgives, because forgiveness is a currency she spent like pocket change. I am not the man who hopes. Hope is a sickness, and I've burned it out of my veins. I am something else now. Something sharper. Something darker. Something the old me would have tried to fight against. Tried to save. But there's no saving monsters, only fearing them. And I have become the thing that haunts others now. They created this. She created this. Every lie, every betrayal, every stolen dream was a brick in the walls that now surround me. A fortress of pain, a citadel of rage. I wear my scars like armor. I let my broken pieces become weapons. When they see me now, they don't see the man who loved too much. They see the shadow of that man, the wrathful echo of everything they spat on. And it terrifies them. It should. I've learned something they never taught me in all those pretty stories about love and redemption. Sometimes the only way to survive is to become the storm that once threatened to drown you. I don't apologize for it. I don't regret. She never apologized for tearing me apart, for feeding on my loyalty until there was nothing left. She danced in the ruins of my heart and laughed while doing it. So why should I bow my head now? Why should I be ashamed? Let her remember. Let her see what she created when she looks into the void she left behind. Let her see the monster she birthed with her betrayal. Let her choke on the realization that I would have died for her. And now, I would not cross the street to spit on her if she were burning her. If the world taught me that mercy is wasted on the wicked, I learned that lesson too late. But I learned it well. I loved her so deeply that I destroyed myself for it. And in doing so, I found something I never knew I had. The savage, unyielding strength to rebuild myself as something indestructible. There's no room in this body for pity anymore. No space in this mind for regret. What lives here now is fury, focused and patient. It does not rage blindly. It waits. It sharpens. It watches. They think monsters are born. Number monsters are made, crafted with cruelty, forged in betrayal, and tempered in loneliness. I am the final product, the perfect design of heartbreak's engineering. And they, all of them, the traitors, the cowards, the ones who laughed while I wept, they will learn, they will see, they will understand too late that the thing they created is not the thing they can defeat. I am not seeking revenge. Revenge is a fool's game. I seek nothing from them. I need nothing from them. Their fear, their regret, their horror, those are just side effects. I walk a path now that they cannot follow, lit by the fires of everything they thought they destroyed. I walk alone, but I walk strong. Every step a reminder that love, when betrayed, does not vanish. It transforms, it hardens, it becomes a weapon sharper than any blade. She took everything from me, and in doing so, she gave me something greater. The death of the man who could be broken. Now, there is only me, and the monster she set free.
He does not beg. He does not bow. He takes. He is coming, and nothing will survive him.
I was not made to beg. I was not built to kneel. I was carved from storms and stitched together with the wire of raw survival. When the world shattered its promises and spat in my face, I did not wither. I became something else. Something the weak cannot comprehend. I lost everything once. Watched it slip through my fingers like sand. No matter how tightly I gripped, I stood in the ashes of everything I loved. My hands trembling, my heart gouged open, bleeding into the dirt. But I did not die there. I fed on that agony. I sharpened it into a blade. There were nights so black I could not tell if my eyes were open or closed. Nights where silence screamed louder than any voice. Nights where the weight of betrayal, of abandonment, of humiliation could have broken my spine. But I did not fall. I grew fangs. I grew claws. I learned how to hunt the things that haunt me. I remember the taste of dust in my mouth when I hit rock bottom. I remember the burn in my lungs when hope tried to crawl away from me. I remember the way the world looked when I realized no one was coming to save me. It was in that moment, surrounded by ruins, that something ancient inside me opened its eyes. I became my own salvation. I don't have a soft heart anymore. That part of me was ripped out and thrown to the wolves. And when they tore into it, when they laughed at my weakness, I stood up from the blood and the mud and smiled, because they thought they had killed me. They thought I would stay broken. Fools. I was reborn in that suffering, stronger, colder, unstoppable. And now I am coming for all of it. Not just a piece, not just a taste, not just a fraction of what was denied to me. I will take it all. Everything I was promised, everything stolen from me, every ounce of respect, every throne, every crown, every scrap of glory that slipped through my hands. It is mine. I will take it with bloodied hands if I must. I will take it with fire in my veins and a war cry in my throat. I will tear down every wall. I will rip apart every gate. I will set fire to every lie ever told about me. I'm not afraid of their judgment. I'm not afraid of their whispers. I'm not afraid of their armies, their shields, their mockery. I am the storm that no fortress can withstand. I'm the reckoning that no prayer can delay. I hear the ticking clock. I feel the pull of destiny clawing at my back. And I smile, because they don't understand. They thought time would wear me down. They thought I would forget. They thought the wounds would make me weak. But I did not forget. Every slight, every insult, every betrayal, they are etched into my bones. My fury is older than their understanding. My hunger is deeper than their fear. I will not be satisfied with a seat at their table. I will turn the table to splinters and build my own throne from the wreckage. I will not ask for permission. I will not wait for an invitation. I will carve my place into existence with bare hands, if I must. The shadows they tried to drown me in are now my kingdom. The pain they hurled at me is now my armor. Their doubt is the poison I swallowed and turned into fuel. I am not coming to negotiate. I am coming as a force of nature, inevitable and merciless. I will take back the years they tried to steal from me. I will reclaim the dreams they laughed at. I will gather every ounce of power, every shard of hope, every flame they tried to smother, and I will set the sky ablaze. I will not settle. I will not compromise. I will not be satisfied with half measures and hollow victories. I want it all: the triumph, the glory, the justice, the vengeance, the legacy, the immortality. I want the weight of my name to make mountains bow. I want the world to remember that I existed, that I fought, that I refused to be erased, that when they thought they had buried me, they were only planting something they could never kill. I've come too far to stop now. I have bled too much to surrender. I have survived too long to doubt. Every scar on my body is a roadmap to this moment. Every failure was a forge. Every heartbreak was a hammer striking the steel of my soul. They thought they were breaking me. They were making me invincible. I move forward with no chains on my wrists, no regret in my chest, no fear in my eyes. I am inevitable. I will not whisper. I will roar. I will not walk. I will march. I will charge. I will thunder across their defenses until they shatter beneath me. I will take back what was mine. I will take what was promised and what was denied. I will take the life that was meant for me, and I will take it without apology, without hesitation, without mercy. I am not asking. I am coming for all of it. Every last piece. I trust no one, not even myself. That's the truth I wake up to every day like a knife waiting by the door. Cold, ready, familiar. My hands don't shake when I grab it anymore. That fear burned out of me long ago, turned to smoke and silence. I know what people are capable of. I have seen masks peel off and reveal the grinning skull underneath. I have seen smiles melt into fangs, promises into poison. I've looked in mirrors and seen the same in my own eyes. That's why I don't flinch when the darkness whispers. I know its voice. I've used it myself. I've lied. I've betrayed. I've manipulated. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Survival taught me that kindness is currency, and when the world runs out of mercy, kindness is worthless. You think people are your friends until the knife touches your spine, and you realize they were just waiting for the perfect moment to carve you open. I've felt that blade more times than I can count. From family, from lovers, from the person I thought I'd die for. Every one of them said, I would never hurt you, right before they did. And the worst part, I believed them. I let them in. I gave them keys to doors I never opened for anyone. I handed them my scars like gifts and begged them to hold them gently. They didn't. They smashed them, stepped over them like they were nothing. That's what I learned. Trust isn't broken. It's shattered, loud, violent, irreversible. But it's not just them. It's me too. I've betrayed myself in ways no one else ever could. I've broken my own promises. I've looked in the mirror and hated who looked back. I've chosen comfort over growth, silence over truth, revenge over healing. I've whispered lies into my own ears just to sleep at night. I've been the villain in my own story more times than I want to admit. And when the world turned on me, I've turned on myself. I called myself weak, worthless, disposable. I've told myself the pain was my fault, that I deserved it. I trained myself not to cry, not to ask for help, not to feel. I put emotions in a box and buried it deep because feelings make you vulnerable, and vulnerability gets you killed. That's what life taught me. Love is a weapon. Hope is a setup. And trust is the tightrope you walk while someone saws it in half. So now I walk alone.